Man, you feel that? That buzz in the air? It's like a tremor, something big rumbling underground in the fight world. People are talking, whispers are turning into shouts. And what are they shouting about? Two absolute legends, Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr., possibly stepping back into the ring for another go. Roy himself, just recently, started talking about it, throwing out ideas like Times Square for the venue. Imagine that scene, folks. Two icons under the bright lights of New York City, ready to throw down one more time. It's the kind of stuff that gives you goosebumps just thinking about it, a real throwback energy. It's pretty wild, isn't it? These guys, their names alone still carry so much weight, so much power. You say Mike Tyson, and everyone has an image in their head, pure, unadulterated ferocity. Then you say Roy Jones Jr., and you think of impossible skill, speed that defied logic, a true artist in the ring. Even though their prime fighting years are behind them, the idea of them mixing it up again just ignites something in people. It's a testament to their impact, their legacies, that they can still generate this level of excitement, this much conversation, this deep into their lives. It's a rare thing, truly. There's this incredible nostalgia factor at play here, you know? For those of us who grew up watching these titans dominate, seeing them lace up the gloves again is like a time machine. It takes us back to those moments, those feelings of awe and excitement. But it's not just about looking backward. It's also about an appreciation for what they can still do. The heart and the warrior spirit that clearly still burns within them. They wouldn't even be considering this if that fire wasn't there. It's a pull that's hard to resist for them and for the fans. It's a unique kind of spectacle, and let's be real, Mike Tyson is still an absolute global phenomenon. Remember that whole thing with Jake Paul back in November 2024? The world stopped to watch. That just shows you the kind of magnetic pull Tyson still has. He transcends boxing. So when Roy Jones Jr., a legend in his own right, starts calling for a rematch, people listen. They get excited, because if Mike's willing and Roy's game, then something truly special could happen. The anticipation is already building, and it's a powerful force, man. This isn't just a fight, it's an event. When you talk about Mike Tyson, you're talking about a force of nature. This dude exploded onto the scene, becoming the youngest heavyweight champion in history back in 1986 by demolishing Trevor Berbick. He wasn't just winning fights, he was ending them with terrifying speed and power. Iron Mike, the baddest man on the planet. Those weren't just nicknames, they were statements of fact for a long time. His highlight reel is pure, controlled demolition. Even though he officially hung up the gloves professionally in 2005 after that Kevin McBride fight, his shadow looms massive over the sport. Then, you've got Roy Jones Jr., a completely different kind of beast, but just as awe-inspiring. This guy was pure art, pure poetry in motion. The speed, the reflexes, the angles he'd create, it was like he was seeing the fight in slow motion while everyone else was in real time. He danced through weight classes, collecting belts like they were going out of style. And get this, he even jumped up to heavyweight and snagged the WBA title from John Ruiz in 2003. That's insane. Roy Jones Jr. was a wizard, a true boxing savant, a once-in-a-generation talent that just mesmerized you. The contrast in their styles is what makes any matchup between them so damn compelling. You had Tyson, the embodiment of raw, explosive power, always moving forward, looking for that one devastating shot to end it all. Then you had Jones, the slick, elusive counterpuncher with unparalleled defensive skills and offensive creativity. It was always the classic power versus finesse, the brawler versus the boxer, but at the absolute highest level imaginable. That dynamic, that question of which style would prevail, always creates an incredible tension. It's what fight fans live for, that clash of mastery. Their legacies, man, they're set in stone. These aren't just former champions, they are cultural icons. They broke out of the boxing bubble and became household names all over the planet. Kids who never saw them fight in their prime know who Mike Tyson is. They know who Roy Jones Jr. is. That's the mark of true greatness. They've inspired countless fighters and captivated millions of fans. So when they talk about fighting again, it's not just two old guys. It's two living legends considering another chapter, another performance for the history books. Remember back in November 2020? The world was a weird place, and then boom, Tyson and Jones Jr. announced they were fighting an exhibition. The buzz was immediate and it was huge. People were skeptical, sure, but also incredibly curious. Could these legends, both in their 50s, still bring it? Could they conjure up even a fraction of their old magic? The pay-per-view numbers were massive, proving that the appetite to see these guys perform was absolutely there. It was a cultural moment, a throwback to a different era of boxing. And you know what? They went out there and they put on a show. It was officially ruled a draw, but that wasn't really the point. They showed flashes of their former selves. Tyson still had that menacing power, that dangerous intent in his punches. Jones still had that slickness, those glimpses of speed and ring IQ. They weren't moving like they were 25, obviously, but they were serious. They trained hard for it, and they gave the fans 8 rounds of genuine effort. It wasn't a sparring session. It felt like they both wanted to prove something to themselves and to the world. That exhibition was significant, man. It wasn't just a one-off nostalgia trip. It proved there's a massive untapped market for these kinds of legacy fights when they're done right, with respect. It brought a lot of older fans back to the sport, people who might have drifted away, and it introduced these incredible athletes to a whole new generation who only knew them from YouTube clips. It showed that fighting spirit doesn't just fade away with age. It was a celebration of their careers, but also a hint that maybe, just maybe, there was more left in the tank. You have to think that 2020 fight planted a seed. It showed them the incredible interest, the passion that still exists. Now hearing Roy Jones Jr. talk about an epic rematch, maybe in a truly iconic location like Times Square, it feels like a natural progression. They tested the waters, and the waters were warm, inviting. That first encounter, even as an exhibition, reignited something. It made people wonder, what if they did it again, maybe with slightly different rules or just more on the line? The intrigue is definitely there, building on that 2020 foundation. So, why are fans so amped up about the idea of another Tyson Jones fight? It's simple, really. It's the magic of seeing these living legends perform one more time. It's the spectacle. It's the sheer, unadulterated nostalgia of it all, taking us back to when these guys were untouchable kings of the ring. We know they're not in their 20s anymore, but that warrior spirit, that deep-seated desire to compete and entertain, that's timeless. It's a chance to honor their greatness and witness another chapter, however late it may be in their incredible careers. There's also that big, tantalizing what-if factor hanging in the air, isn't there? The first fight was an exhibition, a draw. This time, could we see something more definitive? Could one of them land that perfect shot, that signature punch we all remember? Could the competitive fires burn even brighter now that they've felt each other out? Fans love to speculate, to dream. The idea of these two icons, even at this stage, pushing each other, searching for that opening, that moment of triumph, is incredibly compelling. It's the drama of sport at its most basic and most thrilling. You look at Roy Jones Jr., he's not just idly dreaming, he had a professional fight as recently as 2023 against Anthony Pettis. Even though he didn't get the win there, it shows he's still active, still testing himself. His public call for a Tyson rematch, his specific mention of Times Square, it shows a real desire, a genuine belief that this could be something special. He's 56 years old as of this month, May 2025, and he still has that appetite, as he put it, for a big fight. That kind of passion from a legend is infectious. Ultimately, a rematch between Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. would be more than just a boxing match. It would be a massive event, a celebration of two extraordinary careers. It's about the story, the history, the sheer joy of watching these masters of their craft do what they do best, one more time. For the fans, it's a chance to relive some incredible memories and make some new ones. For the sport, it's a reminder of the giants who paved the way. If it happens, especially somewhere as iconic as Times Square, it won't just be a fight, it'll be an unforgettable night.